So, why $50,000 in the bank is not a retirement plan? Why is it not enough? Why can't I just keep my money in the bank? It's safer there. That's what most people think. My money is safer in the bank. But keeping your money in the bank is like keeping water in the bucket. It's not going to benefit you. It's not doing anything. It's not growing anything. What you want to do instead is invest it so that it can grow into a beautiful big tree with big fruits, juicy fruits for you to enjoy in your retirement. Okay? And if you say, Praveen, I do not have $50,000, it's okay. Even if it's 10,000, even if it's 5,000 or 1,000, it's okay. Leaving it in the bank is not going to grow it. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you exactly why in the next few minutes. Okay. Now, why is saving alone not enough? If you leave your money in the banks, the normal base interest rate is 0.05%. This is probably higher than most banks, 0.05%. So what some people like to do is they offer you, or banks like to offer you, fixed deposits, bank products, investments, unit trust. All those have higher fees. Okay, so I was talking to my husband yesterday about one of his investments in using his CPF. Well, we don't have many options for that, so we'll talk about that. I talked about that in my Instagram before. So unfortunately, there are not many options, but there are options, and for that, the fees is more than 1%. I think 1.26%. So it's really important to look at the percentage that they're taking off your profits, or even if it's not profitable, they'll still charge you fees. That is not a very good thing, but that is how the financial institutions work. Okay, and when you don't understand, you just stand to lose, and the bank CEOs and managers pay themselves a huge bonus at the end of the year, and they're the ones earning big bucks while you are keeping your money in the bank, not knowing how to grow it. So I'm sharing with you so that we can all grow our money uh, in a halal way, okay? Instead of losing money and not knowing that we're losing money. Okay, so imagine now you leave your money in the bank, you have $10,000. At the end of year 10, it's going to be the value of it is going to be 8,337. You would have lost the value of $1,663, and you wouldn't know it. You'll look at the 10,000 in your bank and think, I still managed to hold on to my $10,000, not realizing that the value of it has decreased. But you would realize something. You realize, oh no, things are getting more and more expensive. Exactly. That is inflation. Okay? Inflation means, um, I just want to talk about something else, which is conventional financial advice. They ask you to leave your money in high interest savings account, or leave your emergency funds, money you don't need immediately, but you have access to. Basically, it's liquid. You can take it out when you need it. These are called emergency funds. They ask you to leave it in a high interest savings account. By leaving it there, you're collecting riba, which is not what we want. So that doesn't apply to us. Instead, what we can do is we can invest our money. Okay, and inflation is what we're talking about right now. That your purchasing power is decreasing over time. It is at 2% in Singapore. It can be 2%, 3%, depending on where you live. So your 10,000 will be valued at 8,337 in 10 years' time. But if you invest it, it can grow up to $19,000 in 10 years' time. Okay, inshallah, based on a 9% growth rate. So a little bit more about what is inflation. There is an inflation calculator, which I used to show you what you can spend, what you used to spend. You need to buy a basket of things from the supermarket in year 2000. It costs you $50, and with inflation every year, it's going to be maybe another. It's not 2 to 3%. It's 2 to 3% per year, and by the 2026, it's gonna cost you 97.96. You get what I mean? Like, what you would need to, like, $50 can buy you a basket of things. Now to buy a basket of things, okay, I think it's the other way around. This is $50, and this is, so You get what I mean? 97, 96. Yeah. Okay, no. I think I'm more correct. In the first place, I'm so sorry. 97, 96. Okay. So, inflation is quietly reducing your purchasing power, and that is the hidden cost of doing nothing. So, you don't want to sit down and do nothing. You want to do something. You want, so basically, your money's losing its power. Your $50, like I think my mom used to say, I go to the supermarket and $200 is gone just buying the basic things. And in the past, I used to buy $200 for the family of five, and now just for the two of us, it's $200 for our monthly stuff. So, the money, you think you need to spend less, but you're actually spending more because the money has less and less value. Okay. I hope you understand inflation. I'm sure we all understand it. We feel it, but we don't see it much. So it's really important to understand it so that we can do something to fight inflation. You need, basically, inflation is about 2 to 3% a year. You need to make your money grow at a higher percentage than it's 2 to 3%. So I showed you an example. My money is growing at 31%. So it's growing faster than inflation. That will help me beat inflation. Okay, I'm going to show you what the stock market does. But yeah, before I talk about the stock market, I need to talk about what we do when we start investing. Before we start investing, we need to make sure that we have our safety in place.